Wi-Fi up at King's Tide.
That is busted.
Parlez vous français to all the girls, the Rougeau's on the way. To all the pretty boys, when on a muscle head, we hate the long hair look. We like the preppy look instead, because we all American boys, baby.
All American boys.
All American. All American.
You're on your echo.
I know, I'm getting that.
He's here.
He's here.
But you already know what we got to do, right?
We got to tell the streets.
We back up.
Bam. We're back up.
Better than ever.
And better than ever.
Black Shirt Crew.
That's right. We're all grown up now. And I listen and learn.
Now.
Yeah. We're traumatized by this weekend's events. I don't know if traumatized is the right answer, but I got to tell you, we're talking tonight about WrestleMania Night 1. We're recapping. We're revisiting. Yeah, I think it played out exactly as we called it.
Yeah.
The in-ring work was excellent, above average. Everybody worked their tail off. But what an anticlimactic, unemotional, unsurprising.
Yeah. So you think it was pretty much like another episode of like Saturday Night Main Event or something like that?
That I'll say this. That might have been the best backlash I've ever seen in my life.
Backlash.
That means the backlash next month will be the best No Mercy that you've ever seen.
And then after that, we're rolling right into Unforgiven, and then maybe Bad Blood.
Hey.
No, we want Great Balls of Fire.
I was going to say, bring that back.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Unforgiven.
But man, it just walked away from it nonplussed. I thought it was excellent in-ring work. Everybody busted their butt. I've never seen a vest botch before, but I was glad I got to see the live, pal. You botched wearing a vest.
How did that happen?
Imagine, Kev, you're working in front of 50,000 people, and the referee has to tell you, "Hey, man, put your vest back on," because they ain't even hit the ring yet.
Yeah, ain't that so?
Yeah, I mean, how bad is that?
I don't even know,
and I don't even know if that's completely his fault. Because
so you're right. To be fair, we're talking about LA Knight comes to the ring, takes his vest off. The ref goes over and tells him to put the vest back on. We don't know.
Yeah. Because
here's where you get it to TV, and not to be name drop Jones or whatever, but like when you get to TV, the ref is always getting something to tell you. Mm-hmm. So it might have been like, all right, we want to get more pictures or more footage of you
shot
on the rope with your vest on, or we want to get you on the floor with your vest on. So I know that I'm being a wise guy, but we don't know, because the ref might have been, got the Iggy in the ear. Hey, go put your vest back on so we can get the drone footage or whatever.
And it's a 6-man, so like the Usos had all their stuff on still. So now he's taking his off ready to go. And the ref, hey, hurry up, Jones, there. You're not going to put your vest back on, and now he's like, let me roll it back.
Run back the vest, baby.
Uso should have said, let's run back
the vest.
Run back the vest.
Yeah, but he got it back together,
he
got the vest back on, then got hurt in the match.
So we're talking about the 6-man opener. We'll just jump right into it. I wasn't offended, but it's I Show Speed with Division, Austin Theory and Logan Paul versus LA Knight and the Usos. I wasn't offended by the match. It did its purpose. It was a fun little deal. Babyface win. Yeah, got the crowd going. But he got hurt in the match.
I think I haven't seen 100% confirmation, but there's rumors that he hurt his shoulder.
Okay.
And that's why he kind of disappeared for a little bit. And I think they changed the finish.
Was that from carrying the weight of expectations of actually being good in the ring? Or
I don't know.
Was that what the injury was from?
I think he just gets hurt a lot.
Well,
so he's injury prone Jones. Huh?
I think he is injury prone Jones.
When you're 45 and you're on the gas for 20 years, your muscles are spaghetti.
And never trained to begin with.
Right.
Spaghetti.
Yeah. That's it. He's spaghetti.
But
it took you a minute.
Don't you think it was a little weird though how that finish went? They kind of just shoved the one guy into Logan Paul, and then he feeds around and eats a finish.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
It was like not. I don't know. It just looked weird. There was no like Uso splash with.
The right word for it is clunky.
Yeah.
Because you would have thought, right, like you're okay, the Usos are going to hit the 3D or they're going to hit a big double team. and then the Vision's going to take them out, and then here comes LA Knight to take them out. And
yeah,
you think we in wrestling we call that the waterfall, or basically it's a waterfall.
and it's perfect for Mania,
right?
Opener,
and that match it's perfect for too, because it's like we're just doing like 8 minutes of crash test buffoonery to get the crowd into it. And I thought it was good. Like all their entrances were really cool.
Yeah.
And what did you think, Kev? What are your thoughts on that one?
At least LA Knight didn't botch the truck when he was on top of the truck.
Imagine if he'd have drove it right off.
He almost fell off it.
Yeah, he did.
He almost fell off. Yeah, he almost did fall off the truck. But if you would have drove that whole truck to the other side of the ramp, cost the whole thing a lot of money.
And that would have been really problematic too, because it's the Ram is the number one sponsor of Night One. So you drive the Ram truck up there and it's custom painted with all your stuff on it, and you crash it into the
You say, ain't that something?
They've been trying to make him like Austin for a while, because remember he had the Slim Jim car, and then he's had the truck now a couple weeks, and I don't hate it.
That's the only
for him. Like, I don't hate it for him. It's a good little spot.
If they tell him to stop trying to work, to stop trying to wrestle, and just be Austin, go out there, punch, kick, BFT.
Yeah.
You're done. Stop trying to springboard.
Stop trying to be Kurt Angle.
Stop trying to do all this stuff. Just go punch, kick, hit the BFT, and cut a promo. It's fine.
And he throws good punches and he throws good kicks. So why
that
not?
looks crisp for sure.
Yeah, he throws those good TV punches. You know, the simple
big wind up,
put it right in the jaw. You know, nothing too crazy, but it's like rock.
Right.
So do you think somebody need to pull him backstage like, hey, you are not Angle, stop trying?
I don't know.
I think that, the conversation needs to be kind of had, because I was watching some Attitude Era stuff, and I know everybody likes to do that to me when I say this. The wrestling was so bad in the Attitude Era.
It was.
The Rock, punch, kick, body slam, rock bottom, people's elbow. That was it.
Yeah.
Austin, clothesline, punch, stomp a mud hole, Fez press. Sometimes he hit a snap suplex, stunner. That was it.
Rock put that spine buster in there. That made it seem like he added like 10 moves.
He sure did, didn't he?
And it's just a setup for the rock bottom, because it used to be the body slam, and then he switched over to that.
I miss when he do that float over DDT. I like that.
That was slick.
I did too.
The clothesline.
He'd bust that out on like a backlash every now and then.
That was nice.
Him and Try, and they'd have
the ladder match in Madison Square Garden. That was a good ladder match.
Good match.
It's one of those underrated ones, but like I'm with you, Kev, and I'm not trying to just echo you, but like it served its purpose. Logan Paul, huge online following. I Show Speed, huge online following. Dude's a great athlete. He's just tiny.
Yeah, true.
Phenomenal athlete.
Yeah.
But they hit all the notes. Baby faces went over. You got the big hoo-ha at the end with the elbow. Sarge, what do you think from a production standpoint?
So I saw people online complaining about the production quality of the show. Now, these are people that have never left their couch.
So in what way were they complaining about?
They were saying like when the pyro would fire, that they would do a crowd shot instead of put the camera.
They didn't do live pyro.
They did it for Cody's entrance, but we'll get there.
Okay. Everybody's pyro is on the screen.
It was on the screen.
Cody,
I didn't notice that.
We'll get to Cody's.
Well, if you remember last year, we'll talk about it. But if you remember last year, they did the live pyro. The whole place was filled with smoke.
They did some during Brock and Oba, though, because the ring had smoke in it.
They did.
Yeah.
But they didn't do a very good job last year of clearing it out of the same building. So I can understand why you would do the pyro on the screen and just set off the sounds. But like, do you think that was the right move to open WrestleMania, open the show with that match?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. One of the greatest WrestleManias of all time, WrestleMania 17, opened with a 6-man tag. And now, ironic to that show, it also ended with a babyface versus babyface main event, similar to WrestleMania this year. So kind of a interesting little callback there. I'm wondering.
It's a parallel. Yeah.
So
they were trying to make this WrestleMania the greatest WrestleMania of all time.
Tried.
Didn't do it.
Tried. Keyword.
So were you expecting something in this match? I kind of was expecting either an Uso heel turn
I was not
something.
expecting a heel turn.
No, I wasn't expecting.
I
heel
figured
turn
if they were
like
going to
that.
turn heel, it would have been something later in the Roman match.
I think I really wasn't expecting anything like that. It was just it seemed like it was just another match just to get on.
Yeah, get the crowd going.
Get the crowd popping.
Set up the I Show Speed thing,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't care about him, but that to me is like cringe.
Why do you think it's cringe? And I'm curious.
Well,
if this
he's
is like
out
an
there.
age thing
He's
with
out
us.
there in gym shoes
Yeah.
with kick pads that he looks
They
like
don't match.
that he looks like he literally. I mean, I'm not saying he has to have wrestling boots, but you better have on like a $200 or $300 pair of Dunks or Jordans or something with your kick pads. At least match, right?
Yeah, at least match.
He looked like he cut the grass and then strapped on
Some
kick pads.
I don't really get that either because Adidas makes, and no plugging here, I promise. This isn't Plugola, which is a federal offense.
Plugola Jones.
Yeah, it's what the law is called. Plugola.
Oh.
If you plug something on the internet, then they can yell at you. But
Mhm.
like Adidas makes these wonderful boxing shoes where they have a wide heel and a wide toe, but there's like a gap in between. And I have the blue pair that I have.
Yes.
So I'm like,
I've been kicked by him a few times.
several, but yes.
Oh, wow.
But the point is they're soft, but they've got that gap in the arch that's like perfect to just leapfrog to the ropes. Because if you leapfrog and you land on the ropes properly, it's right in the arch of your foot.
Oh,
So you've got that gap in that boxing shoe. It's almost like you're latching onto the rope.
Perfect for RVD.
Right.
yeah.
It's almost like you clip onto the top rope and then you can jump off of it.
LA Knight needs those.
He needs something.
He wouldn't budge.
So I'm about to say.
Click your heels 3 times and go back to wrestling school.
So instead, I Show Speed is wearing his Skechers. His white,
He said like he just got done cutting grass.
yeah, his yard Skechers, and then random Lucha red kick pads that he borrowed from one of
Penta,
the guys in the back,
Yeah.
Ray Phoenix or somebody.
NXT guy.
And he was in shape. I'm not going to take that away from him. And he actually was moving pretty well.
I thought his in-ring stuff was okay.
I liked it.
It was full Snooki for me.
You know they're going to end up turning that into a match, Logan Paul and Speed.
Yeah, of course.
That's
That's
terrible.
cool. Hey.
That's terrible.
It's the Taylor Swift effect.
It's going to be horrible.
But what
Because Logan Paul's put on some muscle, right? He looks really big and good right now.
Yeah.
He's going to have to stooge around and bump around for that little guy.
will they try to work around him from his size?
I would do LA Knight and Speed against Logan Paul and Austin Theory. That protects Speed.
But will he botch that too? I mean,
I don't know.
hey,
I guess that's a chance for him to step up.
y'all been saying like, hey.
Maybe LA Knight will do it right. He'll punch kick and then he'll let Speed hit the big spots. Because he did hit a money frog splash through the table.
That looked nice.
Yeah, I like that.
That looked really
That's
good.
something you can't really practice.
No, yeah, I mean, you go down to Full Sail and
Crash
jump on the
pad
crash
it.
pad,
Yeah.
but like you're not really necessarily like,
You
just
can't
have to do it.
duplicate that moment.
No,
No,
you just have to do it.
Mm-mm.
But I don't see. I don't know.
I hope I'm wrong.
It's depressing because it's like if you did Logan Paul and oh my god, it's just so many green guys, who don't know how to work.
But they'll know how to work the match.
If they do what they're told, then it should be fine.
Yeah, the ref will be telling them the spots.
But if one thing goes off the rails,
yeah, they're screwed. The referee, they'll
will
have
not
to
be able to get it back.
They're
together.
going to need Rod Zapata or one of those referees that's been around and called
Charles Robinson.
Them guys have called 10,000 matches.
Yeah,
they're going to have one of those guys out there.
What if you get a Hebner out of retirement for that?
Well, I'll say, hey,
he didn't call a lot of matches back in his day,
No,
though.
he didn't, because people knew how to work.
Didn't
have to call anything.
Yeah, now everything's so produced that the referees have the most experience calling the matches.
Get Kyoto.
We liked it, we loved it, but we don't want any more of it. We're going to go to commercial break. We come back. Segment 2. We'll see you in a little bit.
For all of your tree needs, you've got to call Tackett.
Here on 1410 ESPN Radio.
We are card subject to change. I'm Big Kev. He's Big Camera. He is Sergeant Ledbetter. And we are sponsored by Surge.
Man,
oh, Surge.
Do you think anybody ever won the fighter jet? Or didn't somebody, wasn't there like a lawsuit over that or something?
I think it was a lawsuit, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that guy figured out a way to something. He went out and got all the points
for the fighter jet
and wanted it for real. And it was ended up finding out it was at work.
Wasn't it also like, wasn't there like Jenny McCarthy or something like that?
Well, you went a
You
date
went a
with
date
her or
with Jenny
something?
McCarthy
I don't
or
remember
something?
that.
I
Wait
could
a
be
minute.
wrong. Could be not.
I think I did.
We might have to
something
look
like
that up during the break.
Yeah.
You won a date with Jenny McCarthy. It was like something like 2 billion points or something unattainable, ridiculous. Speaking of unattainable and ridiculous, let's talk about WrestleMania 42, because the next matchup was the unsanctioned match between Jacob Fatu, excellent talent, Drew McIntyre, also excellent talent. But, you know, for first-time listeners, real quick, the purpose and the point of an unsanctioned match is that these two guys hate each other so much that the company cannot be liable for what happens in the ring. And they did do a nice little thing by putting one of the, I didn't recognize the guy who was the referee. Was he a regular ref?
He was.
Okay, so I just didn't recognize him, but he had an all black polo.
It was Rudy Charles.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay. Yeah.
So Rudy Charles is the ref, which is kind of
Yeah.
weird because he's employed by WWE, but it was cool that he had the black gloves on and he had the all black polo, no WWE markings on it.
Yeah. That was
So
dope.
that was that was a nice little detail, but I really didn't buy that these two guys wanted to go at each other that hard in like a 3-week period.
Well, okay.
For this.
If you're going to do that, it should have had a plain canvas with no sponsors.
Yep.
It should have had plain black turnbuckles.
Yep.
It should have looked like an indie show.
Yep.
There should have been different skirts,
Mm-hmm.
and they should not have got entrances.
With the many commercial breaks that they had ample time to do that.
They had time to fly in an indie ring and set it up if they wanted to.
Exactly.
And when they whipped up the apron, you could see there were like 8 canvases tied down all on top of each other.
Yeah.
So
they were prepared, but they
you know
just
why?
didn't want to
Because
do
they
it.
were having fans sign them, and then they were selling them.
but you could peel that top one off. You know that's match 2.
Yes.
You could have peeled that top one off like a pancake.
And had the plain canvas there.
Had the plain canvas right on there. You know what you're
TKO
doing.
just let out a little whimper somewhere, knowing that they didn't get to sponsor something.
Dude Wipes.
Yeah, there you go.
Family Blood Feud brought to you by Dude Wipes.
I think I would have, if I was booking, I would have made that not a cinematic match, but it would have been recorded in a warehouse.
Yeah.
To make where it looked like it was literally in another building or at the PC, an unbranded ring, and them boys just walked in out of opposite doors.
Just went at it.
And one of them, maybe Drew's already in the ring, and there's a stick laying there with and he bangs it on the ring post, ding ding, and just gets in the ring, and they just go.
Heart Dungeon like.
Yeah.
Love it.
Then it's unsanctioned, and they could have pre-recorded it, made it really good. No commentary. The live commentary could have been them watching the match.
Yeah.
There you go. So all of that is good psychology. It would have added a layer to it, but it still doesn't solve not that you're having bad ideas. These are great ideas, but it still doesn't solve the problem that they went from not even being interested in each other to an unsanctioned match in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
4 weeks.
It was about
It was
month.
revealed though that Drew was the one who took Jacob Fatu out months before that in one of the promos on SmackDown.
That's right. When he had to go back for a teeth surgery.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's how they tied it all in. Now, I don't know if that was just a coincidence that it was like, oh yeah, by the way, we can make Drew in this spot, or if they had plans for somebody else.
So why couldn't they just call it something different?
Well,
that's
so
my thing
for
too.
everybody watching at home, listening at home, you can't do a no holds barred match because there was no holds
There's no
that were barred.
Right.
But they'll do no holds bars matches without understanding what they're really doing.
Right. The no holds barred match, folks, is like it was back in the day. But we'll use the most obvious example. The
pile driver.
So the pile driver was considered such a lethal maneuver that anytime anybody used it, it was typically a heel doing it to a babyface, and the babyface was collared and stretchered straight to an ambulance, and there's crying children, and they're convulsing on the gurney.
Right.
They really sold that as like being devastating.
That move, yeah.
And now we open with a Canadian destroyer, which to me, you should be airlifted to a hospital, especially if you do it at ringside on the floor.
Oh my God.
You should be done. But no move is everything should be a finisher in wrestling, but one of the problems with wrestling is nothing's a finisher anymore. So I don't know how you fix that.
Well, imagine it was let's do a fantasy matchup here for a second.
Fantasy.
Let's say it's Randy Orton versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stunner versus RKO.
Okay.
All months leading up to it, they're taking guys out and they're all leaving in neck braces. Now you get to the match and the commissioner said that's where you need like Adam Pearce to say, you know what, guys, I can't risk losing one of you two.
Right.
You're too big of stars. I want you in this match. I want a number one contenders match out of this, but I can't have you break the other one's neck in order to get there. So I'm going to make this a match where, say, your finishers are banned. Okay. Now, to come out of that match in the rematch, now you do a no holds barred match, which means now you can hit your RKO through a cinder block if you want to.
That's perfect psychology. That's and the move they should have done that around is the Samoan spike, because the Samoan spike is an illegal finisher. Same with the Big Show's big punch. It's an illegal finisher. You can't hit someone with a closed fist punch, but like we're going to go on this tirade here soon, but like the officiating, and it's not the official's fault. The psychology around the officiating both nights was so bad.
Oh yeah.
That nothing made sense. Like nothing, there was no drama to anything. Nothing was like so important that it was considered a false finisher, because I know I'm jumping ahead to night 2 for next week, but let's stay on night 1. When Drew has him in the top guard and he takes that wrench and is stabbing Jacob Fatu in the face.
Yeah.
With the teeth of it. Not the wrench, not the handle, the round part. He's hitting him with the jagged
teeth.
Yeah.
Why didn't Jacob Fatu come up just completely? He should have whacked like 4 times.
It
was weird. They cut the camera and Drew went away for a second.
Yeah. And I thought, and I thought,
but then Jacob went down. You can watch him go down. I wonder if he had problems with his gig.
That's an interesting question.
I was about to say, can you explain, like you said, problem with the gig? You got to go like,
if they cut the camera and they wanted Jacob to get juice, he would have had to do it to himself.
Right.
True.
They cut the camera. Jacob's down doing his own thing. He's trying to figure it out in his wrist tape or whatever. Maybe it fell. Maybe he went. Maybe he reached down and it wasn't there.
So
what do you do? Hardway? I guess you could. Now, some guys would say, "Hey, man, go ahead and just hardway me."
Right there.
Yeah,
but
it sucks. But
so everybody knows like what we're talking about with a gig. Like when someone gets hit with metal and they come up, they should have a face full of real blood. And we use a mechanism like a piece of a razor blade and cut ourselves to create that illusion. Now, these things are really tiny. And the old school way of doing it is, if I'm getting Irish whipped, you're shooting me off. My gigs are in this right here in my left. So I'm pulling the gigs out, or I've got it in the right. Doesn't matter.
I always thought guys like to keep them in the right because then they wouldn't be messed with a lot.
Depends.
Okay.
Because I get cut. I don't get it a lot, maybe once a year now, but like take it out, whack, and then you get the blood going. Some guys like to put it in their mouth. And the reason, but they'll make it literally is about the size of a Tic Tac, folks. It's not big at all. They'll put a little strip of tape over the blade and I'll put it right there like it's a dip.
Oh, okay.
So like Sarge hits me with a chair, bam. I roll over. I'm selling my face. I spit it into my hands. I'm selling my face. I'm getting the edge out. I'm holding my face. Whack, 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 whack. And then I ditch it in the ring apron.
Or pass it to the
ref. So some guys like to put it in their mouth. I prefer the wrist tape. Some guys put it in their boot.
You could pass it. You could have the ref pass it to you also.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I do that with foreign objects sometimes. I'll have a ref pass me a chain.
So it doesn't
That
necessarily
way I don't have
be
to have it on
you.
me. Yeah.
So what are y'all comfortable with?
I like to have the ref.
You said just have the ref.
I like to have the ref.
Okay.
But I know Ben probably prefers to know where it's at all times.
I like to know where it's at, but it's like I'm not knocking anybody, but like I trust Joe Lopez to do it. I trust Tyler Crow to do it.
Yeah.
There's some of the referees that can you imagine like having that be like the biggest point of like our feud together and Turbo?
Yeah, but see, we wouldn't trust him with that.
Right. I would have it on me, but that's not a knock on anybody. But it just, again, it was great work. They worked their butts off. It was an entertaining match.
Yeah, it just didn't make any sense.
It didn't make any sense, and it didn't make me feel anything.
Nope.
And then they post this footage of like Jacob in the back, like crying and sweating and hugging Jay and Jimmy. And it's like, okay, that's a sweet moment, but why do I care?
Yeah,
Because you didn't overcome your mortal enemy. You just barely scraped by this dude, and
he should have barely scraped by though.
Right, but like
Drew and him are like Drew's probably at a bigger level, if not anything.
But that finish wasn't something to put Drew away, in my opinion.
Not
a moonsault on the table, like that's a falsie.
That's his finishing move though,
right?
The moonsault. But I think like how his move was, or how his mindset was, hey, I'm doing this with the table. That should be 1, 2, 3.
I was okay. I was okay with the finish. I think we're sterilized a little bit by some of the stuff we see now, to where we just assume that they're going to do more. That was match 2 of the night.
It's true.
So that's where though my warehouse idea would have been better, because they could have did some crazier stuff, and you wouldn't even have had to worry about like if it was not big enough.
You know what finish I miss that's crazy?
What's that?
I miss either you put them in the dumpster and put the forklift on the dumpster, or who got pinned by the forklift on the pallet? Was that
Mick Foley? Wasn't it? What?
Did
they do it at the halftime heat match?
Yeah, the Rock,
because I thought the New Age Outlaws pinned Mick Foley and Kane to win the tag, or Chainsaw.
It might have been both. That was the dumpster match. They put him in the dumpster, and then they shut the dumpster, and then they put the forklift on the top of the dumpster, sealing them in.
But they defended against Mankind and Kane one night.
They might have used the forklift.
Yeah, I thought they used it. Either way, I know that is a good finish though.
But yeah, that halftime heat, the Rock got pinned.
That'd be an LA Knight move, because he's the vehicle guy now.
So if you're not Stone Cold, then what are you? Wood warm?
I was about to say wood warm.
Wood warm?
Lukewarm?
Wood warm? Boiling water? I don't know.
Rock lukewarm.
But point being is like the theme of this whole conversation and next week's conversation, like we'll talk about the good stuff, and there's a lot of good stuff about both shows.
Yeah.
But like, how do they get people back into this?
Well, Jacobs, at least he sprungboard. I know you haven't seen it yet, but on Raw, he went right to Roman. So at least they sprungboard it right out of it where it should. Because I feel like that's a number 1 contenders match without saying it.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
If you can survive that and you can beat one of those guys, you deserve a shot.
I agree with that, but I just anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Just blah. Kev, what are your thoughts, man?
I like the match. I mean, I like what they're gonna do with Jacob, because he's been there for a little while. So I'm trying to see what's next for Jacob. I'm trying to see him get more wins and possibly get a championship.
I think he needs to win like every match he's in for the next, unless it's against Roman, obviously. But I even would protect him in that. Jacob needs wins. I would give him as many wins as I could against. If it's medium guys, he should go over pretty easily. If it's top guys, he can squeak by. That's fine, but he has to get wins.
But
that's a future heavyweight champion.
Do you think they might push him as champion with the record that he had?
I think they will. I think they wouldn't have went all in on him like they have.
Yeah, true.
And the fact that they're making it a storyline means they don't care about it as much. If it was a big deal, they wouldn't bring it up.
Yeah, true.
What ultimately did he really do though? Because all this commentary was like, oh, he was just young and dumb and poor.
He robbed
armed
somebody.
robbery, right?
Yeah.
Armed robbery.
I forget what it was though. Was it a person or a place?
I think it was a place.
Okay.
I gotta look at it again.
So I mean, Booker T did the same thing to the Wendy's, and he was probably the biggest star of the 2000s, one of the biggest stars of the 2000s.
I mean, stuff happens, man.
Yeah, you
MVP
get old.
doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think MVPs. And I could be wrong about this, but like just the controversy around like all the Louis Farrakhan stuff, I think that was his biggest detraction.
Well, look at Logan Paul. Look at all the people he screwed over with his bogus crypto and his bad energy drinks. I mean, they don't care about that.
It's an interesting point. They don't care about that. And I don't know, like, again, just another great match that didn't mean anything. So it's not memorable. When it doesn't mean anything, you don't remember it. And that's what I was sitting and thinking about today. I know we got to go to commercial, but like, there's nothing from WrestleMania that like stuck with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we'll talk about WrestleMania 23 when we come back because you and I were there.
Yeah, we were there.
But let's go ahead and go to commercial. We'll be right back. We'll talk about WrestleMania 23, and then we'll move to the premium content.
Oh,
the premium content.
If you need new roofing, siding, or
1410 ESPN Radio.
We are card subject to change. We are sponsored by Nestle Quick, but in the tin can.
Tin can, like the Slim Fast?
No. This is the tin can. Yeah.
Nestle Quick. I remember it.
Yeah, you remember?
Oh, yeah, back in the day, yeah.
So was it like a Slim Fast? Slim Fast can?
No, it was a big old can you kept up in the cabinet. You
the powder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a can that was like this.
Like a coffee can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you had to pry it open with something.
Had the bunny rabbit on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had to pry that bad boy.
They made strawberry too.
Sure did, yeah.
It was good stuff. As long as you could get it to mix up good, it would clump up a little bit if you.
Yeah.
You had to put in your protein shaker.
Pretty much.
They didn't even have protein shakers.
That was a thing. That wasn't a thing until about like late 90s.
Yeah.
Do you drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee?
Yeah.
Do you think they put crack in there?
I think so.
Only in Detroit.
No, it's here. So I take all these like stupid supplements, right? You know, because I'm 500 years old and I'm fantasizing about being 23. So you got to eat or you're going to puke because it's like a multivitamin.
He's gonna
puke.
He's gonna puke. So like I get on DoorDash because it's like a show day. And I ordered some bacon, egg, and cheese, like the wraps, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, you get $15 of food, you get a large iced coffee for free. I'm like,
oh,
all right, snap, say word.
Oh.
So I get the iced coffee and I dump it in like my protein shaker to go to the gym. Halfway through that iced coffee, I was ready to run through a wall.
Yeah.
I was like, what is in
I
this,
think it's
man?
that. I think it's that. What did you get flavored syrup in it at all? Like a caramel?
It was
or
a
anything?
sugar-free vanilla latte.
Okay.
Iced latte.
Yeah.
I had 3 bacon, egg, and cheese wraps, and then they were $5 or $6 each, and then I had that, and I was
you
like,
might as well just hit 3 lines right on the
I
table.
was ready.
I'm about to say,
go.
Yeah.
Ready to go. But back to WrestleMania, because we were talking about WrestleMania 23. Like I was thinking about WrestleMania 23, and it's like it's a bias for me and you because we're physically there, but you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
There was so many great, memorable moments, and I still remember watching that, like even on DVD. Like, take the main event out of it, the Donald Trump Vince McMahon thing, incredibly memorable, entertaining. The money coming out, the real money coming out of the ceiling.
Yeah,
Undertaker and Batista in the casket match,
even with Batista getting hurt.
Yeah, sure was.
It was a great match, great build.
Did he hurt his leg or something?
Yeah.
He's like, the whole I'm not afraid of you. I'll never be afraid of you. Great build. Just Cena driving the truck through the glass.
Yep.
There was
that Money in the Bank match was really good.
Money in the Bank was really and the stage exploding, all the ladders being on fire off Kane's entrance. That was really good. Chris Benoit MVP was a good match. Everything it involved in that, even though they did the stupid, it was very entertaining, but like they did that pre-show Divas Battle Royal or whatever.
I was in the merch area during
that one.
Yeah, I was getting some gimmicks.
ECW Originals versus the classic ECW.
Sandman comes down and stops right next to me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
But like, yeah, I get it. But like, it was incredible seeing your ECW favorites on a WrestleMania show.
Yes.
It was unbelievable. But there were still so many memorable moments in that. Vince getting his head shaved. That kind of stuff is what was missing this year.
You mean you didn't like the thingamajiggies and the whatchamacallits of WrestleMania 42, those big moments?
Those great big moments. I literally remember nothing from the show.
Yeah, this was kind of a
some of the entrances were cool. And the gear.
Yeah, the gear was all good.
And
like the demolition white gear was awesome.
Getting right into that because this is the girls' match.
Yes.
And I very much enjoyed this match. I thought they all worked really hard. I thought they did a great job.
No one got hurt.
No one got injured.
Yeah,
but this was the closest thing to like an actual real surprise than anything else out there. And that's the return of Paige.
But they stooged it off the day before.
They did.
Yeah, randomly on a Friday, an afternoon. It was
Why would you say that?
So there's a big controversy about that. Have you heard about it? Somebody stooged it off backstage. One of the production guys.
I really like the picture of her and Xavier Woods reuniting backstage.
I saw that too.
That was a good one.
That's
That was a good one.
Reunited,
and it feels so
somebody
good.
stooged it off, and I think they might have got fired over it.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that because that is a WrestleMania moment, and you're robbing it. Why you would do that?
And it's not like they're getting credit for stooging it off. Why stooge something off? You're not going to get any kudos or accolades for it. It's not like you're going to be like, oh, good, man. Thank you, man. We really love you.
I called it, by the way.
What, Paige?
You did. He did call it. He did
Okay.
call it because he had that inside info that Nikki or Brie was hurt.
Yeah, they said that.
Well, they said Nikki had an ankle injury. We knew that, but I thought she was going to be cleared to wrestle.
That's what I thought too. She came up with the crutch, and I'm like, if she might get somebody to tag with her sister, and I'm like, oh, it might be Paige.
Yeah,
and then
get that OG diva.
What was really weird about it was that, and I know this sounds like a weird, creepy thing to notice, but they did that post-show panel deal where they bring people out, with Big E and all them. The Bellas and Paige came out, and the injured one, was it Nikki or Brie?
Nikki's injured.
She's in 8-inch high heels and no walking boot.
Make it make sense. Let's make it make sense.
I don't understand that. I saw that.
Are you clear or
no crutch? Look, I've never worn a pair of high heels in my life, but I can imagine if your ankle. I've had busted ankles. The very last thing I would want to do on a busted ankle is wear 8-inch high heels.
That's why they give you that walking boot that's like perfectly flat.
Yep, it locks you in at a 90-degree angle. And you're just peg legging around.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand that, other than that they just were like, okay, well, she's cleared, but we got Paige here, so.
I cannot believe they went over. I don't hate it. I just couldn't believe it.
But that brings us to a better question. I'm sorry. Were you going to go ahead and say something?
No. Good.
Was that a manufactured WrestleMania moment? Like the surprise of her being out there was already blown.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and put them over for the belts and see what we can get out of it.
But see, that kind of match, nobody has to take a pin, right?
Right.
So what do you? I don't know.
Always wanted the.
I'll trust the plan. I'll trust the process on that one. I'll see where they go. What do you think?
Always wanted Lash and Nia to go over on that match because they need more time with the belts.
Yes,
that's what I thought. But
I agree.
I didn't hate that the Bella twins won, or Bella and Paige won.
Yeah,
but I just wanted more time with Nia and Lash.
And you don't know, because this could be a turn on somebody. They could shoot them right back to Nia and Jax. That to me makes the most sense.
Those are the belts, honestly. Those are the belts that they can get away with shotgunning them around.
Yes, because
the talent is so equal, and all those girls. Like, to me, Bailey and Lyric Valedictorian are as equal as Charlotte and Alexa, and they're as equal as the Bellas. And they're.
You're right, though.
So.
I'm staring at Lyra. I know that sounds crazy. And I'm just like, I don't get it, but I get it, but I don't get it.
I get it. She has the personality of like a brick, but
she looks so good.
She looks like a wrestler.
She's jacked. Yeah. She can do the moves. She's a good athlete. She's cute. I get it.
She looks like somebody that's like a girl next door. When you want to take home and play video games.
Right. There's no charisma there.
Yeah.
But she looks good.
I think she'll get there.
How do you get her there?
I just think her personality needs to come out more. I just think her hanging out with, I think that's why they got her hanging with Bailey, because Bailey's not afraid to let her personality out.
Yeah. She's not afraid to be a weirdo.
And I think that'll help her.
It just might. But like, I thought this match was good. The highlight of the match, it sounds bad and whatever. Man, that everybody's gear was just.
Oh, I loved it.
Off the register.
Loved it.
The dead man moth against the rainbow butterfly juxtaposition. They look great together. The demolition tribute, that went hard.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Bailey and they look great together with the gear, the black and the white and blue gear. They looked great together. And then
Charlotte always looks like $1 million.
She always gonna do it big with Mania.
The diamond ACL brace.
Yes.
Incredible.
You know what would help Lyric Valedictorian? If they would bring back house shows.
Yes.
Yep.
She's like the perfect candidate for, like, if you get her out there on house shows and get her personality opened up a little bit.
Yeah, but she's got to work with people and people got to work back with her. And I think you're exactly right. And what's interesting too about that is sometimes you need to work out dumb stuff on a house show.
Oh, no
to
doubt.
know if it works or not. Do you remember when they gave Lance Storm the dance party gimmick?
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible, but they tried it on a house show and it got a good reaction.
Yep.
And the one I thought that they was going really good, but they dropped the ball with was, remember when it was Ladies Man, Dean Malenko, James Bond?
Oh,
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
That was interesting.
You know, that was Vince. He was probably
All had to be.
make him more interesting.
Let's get we'll name drop Jones here. Dean Malenko's actually he's kind of mean, but he's like a funny guy. He's got personality. He's got charisma. If you talk to him, he's very funny, but it was kind of like he's just riding on his family name. Like
that was 02, so he was lingering around HWA around that time.
Yeah, that's what
right?
I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you go to practice with him and
did he work on that gimmick at HWA
yes,
at all?
Yeah, he did it
That's
there.
awesome.
And like he was the guy who opened my eyes because he scolded less in front of all of us, kind of. And I thought it was awesome because it made total sense. He's like, "Why are you doing blow-up drills?"
Really?
And Les is like, "Well, we're gonna grind them out." But then Dean's like, "This is the only time they have in the ring. Why are you making them do drills?" And then Les didn't have an answer for that. And I've carried that philosophy since 2002.
And that's the same philosophy I have as a basketball coach. I didn't run my players a ton unless it involved also with the ball.
Right.
Mhm.
Like if we're going to do full court fast break drills or whatever, we're going to do something skillful while we're doing cardio.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to have you run laps.
Just run.
That's a waste of practice time.
Suicides and all that.
Yeah. And that's a waste of my time. I could have some jabron off the street sit there and blow a whistle while they ran back and forth.
It also boils down to personal responsibility.
Yeah.
We did our cardio stuff afterwards. We played basketball. That was our number one source of cardio.
Yeah.
Me, Buffalo, Moxley, Andre, Richard. We'd all go up.
Was Moxley a good basketball player?
No.
I figured he's too scatterbrained.
He wasn't good, but he worked like the point of playing basketball.
Yeah, he's still playing.
Right. We're running up and down the full court.
Mm-hmm.
And we're stopping and we're starting and we're jogging and we're sprinting and we're cutting and we're doing everything you would do in a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
Yep. Basketball is a tremendous piece of cardio. Or we would go to the local football field there. Whatever one's by the Tri-County Mall. It was a big outdoor field, the pill-shaped track.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Buffalo would have us running routes. Like
wide
receiver routes.
Princeton High School is right there, but I know it's more closer to Sharonville.
Yeah.
And then we would do 2 miles where we would sprint the straight of the pill, power walk, like mall walk, the curves. And as soon as we hit the straightaway, you just take off sprinting. Of course, by a mile, you're like ready to die.
Oh, I bet.
You
I would have had you guys do a quarter mile walking like the Bushwhackers.
Yeah. That's it.
Awesome.
And then now we do a quarter mile.
Just to the car. Just to the car. You do the oval walk when you're done.
Yep. That's the cool down.
Yes.
The oval walk's
cool
down. Right. But point being is just like Lyric needs ring time.
Lyric. See, here he is. Now I got him calling her.
See what you just started?
Lyric valedictorian.
She looks great though. Looks like a wrestler. But like this match serve its purpose other than you're mad about the finish?
I would say so. It got the belts to somebody else.
Got the belts to somebody else. People were excited. What do you think?
Yeah, I think TKO is like, well, these are our biggest names in the match, so let's go ahead and strap them. I think the Bellas were going over regardless.
Oh yeah.
Do you think TKO values the Bellas more than what they're actually valuable?
They value them more than WWE values them.
I think so too, because I think they look at that Total Divas stuff
and names, and they go, okay, this person has this many followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
So, celebrities. Okay.
And there's something to that though.
There is something to that. Because the Bellas have a lot of fans that don't care about wrestling. They just really like their reality.
And those are the target that they're going after. They want to try to get as many of those non-wrestling fans to come watch wrestling.
I mean, in a way it works, but in another way, it's like
you alienate your current fan base.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. And it's like, come on, y'all.
It's a dangerous slope, Kev, where you're it'd be like a restaurant and you have a great burger.
Yeah.
And everybody loves it.
Yeah.
But now you're only concerned with the 10% of the population that do not buy your burger.
Mhm.
So now you change the burger to cater to that 10% and you alienate your 90% of your already happy customers.
It's the same. You're exactly right. It's the Taylor Swift principle. Like I'm watching this game because I like watching football. Well, we're cutting to Taylor Swift every 5 minutes, so it's just like
every time Travis Kelce like gets a 3-yard catch,
cut to Taylor.
they cut to her
to
like
Taylor.
he's like he just won the Super Bowl MVP.
But here's the problem with that. He's the number 1 selling jersey, and they're not even football fans.
And she's got people
Exactly.
watching, so you have to show her. See? So yes, it makes us angry, but it caters to them.
I'm going to win the lottery next week, and I'm starting my own. We're going to do this thing right. I'm only going to need about 250 million.
Okay, Tony Khan.
All right. We'll talk about that one because I saw something in the news. He's considering buying WWE again. We'll go.
I saw that too.
We'll go to break. We'll come back and we'll talk about some more WrestleMania buffoonery. We'll see you in a little bit.
3 people,
So the
3
problem
different
is
kinds
only
of joint pain.
49% of the
One
shares
decision.
ESPN Radio.
I'll answer that question live on air.
Live on the air.
Live,
But we didn't figure out who our sponsor is first.
ladies and gentlemen, we are in the second half of Card Subject to Change. You already know what we do around here. Have some fun talking some wrestling. And we are sponsored by Toys R Us.
Nice.
Now, growing up, I always wanted to be a Toys R Us kid. I thought it was going to be a W-2 for it. I thought I was going to have to pay taxes, all because of being a Toys R Us kid. Never knew you had to grow up.
You know, that's the best resume builder now. Like, you could just tell people, I was a regional district manager for Toys R Us. Who are you going to check?
Or KB Toys.
Yeah.
KB
Or
Toys.
Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who are you going to call? Nobody.
Hey, nobody.
Yeah.
It's
I was
like,
I was a corporate manager for Radio Shack.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Who's going to check that?
Nobody.
Nope.
You're in like Flint.
Yeah.
It's good.
Nobody's going to check you.
Nobody's going to check. All right. We got to keep it moving, and we'll do two in this segment because this was not entertaining or good to me at all. Either one. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch was next.
Yeah, that was a
I only saw the highlights.
it was a
It wasn't good. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it, and she'll get mad at me and curse at me in her Irish accent. I think Becky's washed, man.
You think so?
I went back and watched her and Charlotte have that ladder match, no DQ, whatever, NXT, and Becky Lynch was cooking. She's flying around the ring. She's doing this and that, and now it's kind of like, I don't want to say she's phoning it in, but it kind of seems like she's phoning it in.
I'll say something to take the heat off of you.
Yeah.
I'm apologizing to any woman listening to this.
Here we go.
After she had her baby,
That was it.
she's done.
Downhill.
She's done. It's just that it is.
I think that's what it is, because she was great, and now she's like washed, and that's what
she doesn't have the attitude and like the spark and the pop that she used to.
the swag.
I'm not talking about the crowd. I'm
No.
talking about just
Her as a person.
yeah.
Like when she was the man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yes.
I miss all of that. Big time Becks. I
Yes.
miss all of that.
The Big Time Beck shirt and I'm the Man shirt sold almost as many as Austin.
Oh, no doubt.
People loved her, and she was great, and her work was impeccable. And now,
She moves slow.
mhm,
She's skinny.
Yep.
She doesn't look like an athlete,
mhm.
and she's not attractive enough to make up for it. I'm not
Right.
saying she's not.
No,
I'm not
she's
saying
pretty,
She's ugly,
but she's not
she's
Kelly
not
Kelly.
attractive enough to make up for the
no.
fact that
Right.
she almost to me looks like a little boy. And then maybe I'm being too
No,
hard.
you're not
I-
being too
I
hard,
apologize
because
I
when
know
you
I'm
look
the
at-
heel on the show.
Yeah,
But-
but that's the thing. You're not being too hard, because I look at Nikki and I look at Brie, and they both put on 15 or 20 pounds of muscle.
Yes.
They look better than they've ever looked, and they're 5 years older than Becky Lynch is.
Yeah.
And both of them have had babies. So
Yes.
it's doable,
Oh, no doubt.
especially with the resources WWE has. But if her brain is like in mom mode and wrestling,
And there's nothing wrong
there's
with that.
nothing wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
Good. I'm not pressed because we're gonna take it. I'm gonna say the exact same thing. We'll just keep it moving. The match was AJ's entrance was cute with the little girls.
Yeah, I liked it. It was
I
dope.
thought that was cute. Did you hear about that?
I didn't get to see the entrance.
So it was like a bunch of little girls dressed up like AJ, and they all had a belt, and they came out and skipped to the ring with her
Okay.
and
All
stuff
dressed up
like
like her.
that.
So they did like the Cena entrance.
Yeah,
Pretty
from
much.
that year.
Right.
Okay.
so it was not a bad one.
Becky's
Is she done, AJ?
You know what?
So-
You think she's done?
Yeah,
I mean, she's in great shape though.
she looks great, but like again, the match there was no juice to it,
No.
and like she does this thing. All right, this is gonna sound weird, folks, but hear me out. She's built like an 11-year-old boy. She's got muscles, but she does this bad thing that people tend to do when they're training, and that is I'm selling and I go into the fetal position.
Yeah.
So they think that, okay, I'm selling, and if I go into the fetal position, people will really think I'm hurt. No, you got to show them the face. You got to show them what's hurt. You should get equally as blown up selling as you do running the ropes.
I feel like we just talked about
We just
this
talked
at the-
about
at
it.
the last Sunday training.
Yeah.
Selling in the fetal position and why
Right.
it's bad.
And so she's covering up, which would be what you would do in a real fight, but this isn't a real fight. So Punk lost, AJ lost. I can see them both coming off until Crown Jewel if AJ comes back at all.
Yeah.
Because it was so lackluster. They didn't give her any title defenses.
No, at all.
Nothing was like she just carried the belt
Her
until
promos
she
were
lost
always,
it back.
"Oh, Becky."
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know,
Every
The promos
almost
aren't
every
there.
Monday when she was there, it was always something old Becky, like how you said.
yeah.
But I think she might be done for a little bit until
Maybe they'll
Until, like, the
slide her
next-
back into like a mixed tag or
Yeah.
something.
That's a way to steal a house. You know, her and Punk and SummerSlam versus
Yeah.
Seth and Becky. You know, that's
Yeah.
that's a way to steal. I know they already did
I
it,
was
but
gonna say,
that's a
yeah.
way. Go ahead, bud.
I was about to say they already did that, but if you want to go ahead and run it back, just probably put something on the line.
Right.
Yeah, steal the house on that. That would be good. But it was just, it's bad. Both of them are washed. They don't get the
They
reaction.
could do a mixed tag with Charlotte and somebody, but she divorces them before they get a
Oh,
chance to set the.
would you
they
stop?
before they get a chance to set the
Would
match up,
you
she's already
stop,
ran 'em off.
Sarge?
So right
Oh.
when they're walking down the aisle, oh, I'm
Dude,
good.
Yeah.
disrespect. I'm
The
out.
the guy comes running down the apron like Howard Finkel and
Yeah.
serves them divorce papers on the way to the ring.
Ain't that something?
But you know, that was I mean, it's just not good.
I
man.
kind of want to steal on this match a little bit.
Okay.
Not necessarily
No.
the match, but Becky Lynch's entrance, the Wonder Years band.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people saying that they was lip syncing.
Might have been.
They might have been lip syncing. I don't know, but
It's horrible.
I thought when the announcement of the Wonder Years,
Yeah.
I thought Fred Savage was going to come out.
Olivia Dabo.
Olivia Dobb, yeah,
She
yeah.
was- I mean, she was perfect.
Jason Hervey
Now you would have had a Bischoff run in with
Yes.
Jason Hervey. You'd have to have the Bischoff
and
run
Missy
in.
Hyatt.
Missy Hyatt.
Oh man,
Oh yeah.
There you
I
go.
saw a clip of her this last weekend get in the ring and start doing stuff.
Oh,
she,
boy.
could-
It
she
was-
couldn't work.
it was rough.
back in the day. What makes her?
It was
think-
rough. I'll never tell the Pilbin 2001 story on the air, but I'll tell you guys off the air. I think
All
I
right.
already have.
I think you might have.
I think I might have told you all that, but back in 20, 25 years ago or whatever, but like they're washed. They're washed. I hate to say it, but like I have no interest. If Becky puts on like 15 pounds,
It's not happening.
like, right, it's not. But like Brie and Nikki, they look, I'm not trying to be weird. and
Becky was never a
objectify
body girl though.
them. Right. But she was,
She got away with it.
her
'cause she
arms
was-
looked great. Her, like,
She did.
she looked really good. Like when she was
wore,
feuding in
when she
Charlotte.
wore like the Serpentor gear, like
Yes.
the green and yellow.
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah,
ladder
yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that was it after that.
See, and
by-
then after that, it was like, no, I'm good.
And
was
by
it.
look good, folks, we don't mean like hot, even though that's part of it, I guess. What we mean is
Looked
tell
like
them the no. I need you to tell them the story. Tell them the Greg Valentine thing because this is
Oh,
exactly what we're talking
okay.
about.
Uh-oh.
This is exactly what we're talking
To
about.
quote Greg Valentine, you just have to look like you can beat up the marks.
And that's
Oh.
right.
That works.
That's right. That's why everybody gets turned on to you because it doesn't matter if you can fight or not. You're gigantic.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
look like you could beat anybody up, and you got the big booming voice. It's like, who cares if you can fight for real? You just look like you can fight for real.
Right.
Brie, like, there's nothing about Becky Lynch or AJ Lee that's like, oh, those two can handle their business. Now Charlotte,
Oh man, Charlotte,
Lash
oh, my God.
Legend,
Lash
Yeah.
Legend,
Nia
Jax,
Jax.
Piper Niven.
Piper Niven,
Yep.
Yeah.
absolutely. The one that's kind of borderline for me is like Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
But she's a character.
But she
an
right.
over the top character. So she doesn't, you don't want her to be able to
Right.
beat up the marks.
She's what we call a cowardly.
She
heel.
would run up and like take
Yeah.
their wallet and then run away giggling about it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Then trip and fall in a mud puddle while she was running away.
She's a goof.
So it's
and
different.
That
Becky
works.
calls herself the man. She couldn't whip herself out of a wet paper bag.
It's a true story.
Nope.
All right, how much time we got left?
Let me see. We are at 7:08. We got a few minutes.
All right, let's move on to the
Yeah.
next one then. And the next one is Gunther versus Rollins. Gunther wins by technical knockout, a ref stoppage.
With the Braun Breaker
Braun
run-in, which
Breaker.
we kind of all agreed on the air the week before that was coming.
It played
Yeah.
out exactly like we thought it would.
Yeah.
The match was fantastic. Seth's entrance was great with the smoking jacket and the all black eyes.
That was dope.
That was really cool. Did you see pictures of
saw
that?
it. Oh, yeah.
He looked great with the smoke coming out of his coat. And
them contacts, man. Oh my God.
It was awesome.
That was
hard hitting match, really well done. I still didn't care.
Another match with no build.
Yes.
Yeah, it was no build at all.
They were lazy about tying it in. They could have last minute tied a bunch of stuff in, and they just chose not to. So they get out of what they put into stuff. If they're lazy with the layout, they're going to get nothing out of it.
Lazy booking.
It is.
It's true though, because like, and we want to talk about a botch. Breaker missed that second spear.
By
a country mile.
He barely hit him on the one where he ran down the first one. He barely hit him. He stuck his arm out and just clipped him, and Seth did like a tumble.
That's what he did on the second one.
Yeah.
So like, and the other piece of that too is that match wasn't no DQ. Ref standing right there.
But did he see it?
I don't think was he with Heyman?
No, he slid down he ran beside the ramp and ran.
The ref
down.
was checking on Gunther.
Yes.
Okay.
They did protect the referee on that. Thank God.
But still, like, it was, like I said, it was really good.
Heyman was waiting at the top because you already know he wasn't going to walk down there.
I would have had him hit the spear in the ring.
Yeah.
That way everybody saw it.
Right.
Yep.
Instead of down on the ramp that no one saw.
Like this whole theme is make it make sense.
Yeah. And these are things they can control. It's not like something happened where you had to like hurry up and send Braun Breaker out. That Braun knew he was doing a run in because they did a thing where he was sitting backstage getting recorded. Have you watched that video?
No, I haven't.
There's a video where he's sitting backstage and he's like getting ready and he takes his shirt off and then he goes. So they're telling themselves. Like,
and this is fundamentally the point where I'm not saying like push the panic button, but like stop beating everybody over the head with the fact that it's a work to get clicks and likes on the internet because they're acting just like indie wrestlers.
Oh yeah,
I don't care about anything.
Telling everything about how great our match was, and then we're posting pictures with each other and like, oh, I just went to war with my bitter enemy.
I know that,
but we're hanging out, posting online about it.
Yeah, that's
this is doing. I'm being absolutely hypocritical here. I have a picture of me and him eating Culver's custard together.
That's right.
But we ain't posting it.
Right.
We're not posting it. That's just for me.
And checking in at Culver's.
Right. Together. Well, we hate each other so much, we decided to go get a concrete M&M concrete.
But we bonded over ice cream.
Right. We settled our differences over the frozen custard.
I hate you. I hate you too. Let's go get some custard.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
But they do, the WWE, they do that.
They sure do.
Like, even when they try to make it like they hate each other, it still doesn't come off that way. And then if they decided if Sol Ruca was in a relationship with that girl yet, like
did you see what happened on NXT?
I saw them. I saw a couple clips from it.
Boy, I got a rant to go off on that, buddy.
So are they together, or is it like
it's over now?
Yeah,
well, my question is, are they playing it like they were lovers in a relationship?
They teased that a little bit, but I don't think that's what they were going
for.
I don't think they meant for it to come off like that. I think it did.
Because their promos made it sound like they were breaking up.
Right.
And again, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's 2026. If you have that storyline on your show, then you have that storyline on your show. But like you said, make it make sense.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if they're two girls.
Go all in on that. And that's definitely not what they were going for. I think it just came off as that.
So their promos were just like, I miss you, I hate you. It was just very syrupy relationship
teen
stuff.
Movie.
Can I go
on your rant? Go on your rant with the time left,
in my opinion, Sol Ruca is like the next star in the female division. In my opinion, I think she's going to be like out of this world top girl. Within 5 years, she'll have multiple world titles, couple WrestleMania main events.
She's not as good as Charlotte, but she'll be the new Charlotte.
But she's different, getting there. She's different.
Let's call her not as good Charlotte.
She's different. There's things that Charlotte can't do.
Oh, I agree.
And vice versa. Here's my point. You know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have her get shoved off the top of the crow's nest and take a dive through 2 tables, and she cracks the back of her head. Could have broke her neck or spilled her brains all over the whole NXT arena. and they draw a .06 rating on the show.
Mm.
And this
How
is
many
your
clicks
next,
did it get?
Well, I don't know, but
I'm not being a jerk. I'm
it
saying
would have got a lot more clicks if she would have died.
right. I get what you're going.
They
So keep going.
They could have had her take a regular
off the entryway bump through
a table and been fine. Thank God it all worked out. But she smacked the back of her head on that table.
I saw that smack too.
And it could have been lights out.
It looked like it hurt.
It ain't Brock Lesnar hitting the table. It's a 125-pound girl.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying that she had blood on the back of her head too.
And you know what that means? You could potentially have head trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be like your next girl for 10 years, probably. Right. She's 23 years old or whatever. It's terrible.
I hate wrestling.
I just hate decision makings that they do.
We will be back. Steve Smith will dip what you said, brother, when you come back. Social media says, he says social media killed wrestling. You're right. We'll get into that in a little bit. We got to go pay some bills. We will be back.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to
PBR card subject change. I'm Big Kev. He's Ben Chimera. He is Sergeant Ledbetter. Go ahead and put you in real quick.
Ridiculous.
And we are sponsored by Ico Pro.
Yes.
You gotta want it.
Yes, look at the traps
Look at
on
the
Gary Stridham.
Who is the bodybuilder they had with the machine gun?
Oh, shoot.
I don't remember.
Kick the rock wall in. And start shooting the crowd.
I
with the machine gun?
only remember a few of those guys, and then Luger. That's like the only.
Yeah, it was like a handful of guys and then Lex Luger.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say the same for the fat guy.
Yeah.
What? Oh, my God.
Jerks.
The
Ico
WBF. That was a whole different thing right there.
So they had the guy with the machine gun. They had the guy who was like Zeus.
Mhm.
Not Zeus, Tiny Lister, like Zeus, Greek god with thunderbolts.
Yep.
Who else did they have? The biker. I
I'll
think?
look it up while we're
While we're chopping it up. But let's get
while
into
you're burying the Stephanie Vaquer match.
We're burying the match.
Ah.
No, so here's my thing with Stephanie Vaquer. Again, I'm fed up with the satanic baby faces. Like
Yeah.
it's not good for business. It's not. There's no marketability there, in my opinion. There's like all of her merch makes her look like a heel.
Yeah, it does.
I've got devil horns. I got upside down pentagrams. I got fire. I got my old English font. I'm this gothic evil character. I get it. She's attractive. She's jacked. But like, she's so stiff when she works. It's one of these things that it literally is like indie booking. We got this chick who's got charisma and she's smoking hot. Let's just push her to the moon and see what happens. Would you agree with that or disagree?
But what would you do gimmick-wise?
She's Brazilian.
Yeah, she's Brazilian.
I
yeah.
have not seen a single character with like a Brazilian nationality type gimmick or character or anything like that. I don't think ever. There's also from Brazil the martial arts known as capoeira.
I don't see a lot of that in the wrestling.
Don't
business
see it
now.
in wrestling. I see a couple indie wrestlers try to do capoeira. Mike Christian.
That's
did.
the guy. That's
the Rambo guy
That's the
or the Greek god guy.
Oh, is that
Zeus guy.
The Zeus guy was
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
Christian. Yep.
I think it's Mike Christian.
Hurling thunderbolts. But like, I get it when I see Stephanie Vaquer, why you'd push her. I just don't think she's a good baby face. I think the whole Live entrance was really cool to get over the music video.
I liked it.
And then like the match itself wasn't offensive, but the finish was like, I was like, is that the finish? Yeah, but I'm like, is that the finish? Because Vaquer subdued the Judgment Day.
Mhm.
You basically let Liv win mostly clean
Pretty much.
because she did that beautiful plancha, springboard plancha, knocked out all three of them, got back in the ring. That whole Steph, like Liv sells off. She does her little finger thing. Liv pushes her into the steps, rolls her into the ring, hits Oblivion 1, 2, 3. That didn't feel like a WrestleMania like thing. You know what I mean? Like it did.
More like a backlash.
Yeah, that's the kind of match that you use to build to a WrestleMania match.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's not the WrestleMania match.
And Stephanie Vaquer's got 15 years. I mean, she's been around. I don't know if people realize that.
She wrestled mostly outside of the States, but like, has anybody ever told her that like we're working together? Does anybody ever mention
She's
that to
only
her?
done foreign shows, indie shows where they just get their stuff in.
She hit Liv with a forearm, and I'm seasoned enough, folks. She almost blew her head off with that forearm. And the problem with that is you run into the danger. And this is why I hate punches. I hate strikes in general in wrestling. Body strikes, fine. You not only do when you strike someone in the face with a closed fist or forearm, but a closed fist is illegal. You run the risk of hurting them. You throw a stiff forearm and you run the risk of knocking them out.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do, Stephanie, if you knocked Liv out 2 minutes into the match?
I guess she gets an easy payday, 1, 2, 3. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm being sarcastic.
No, you're being sarcastic, but here's the thing. If we know the outcome of the match before the match, we're already producing content on Liv being the champion.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I knock you out, I win, And all that money we just chucked into the Liv is the new champ stuff.
And then I bury Stephanie Buckhair for doing that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea Ripley, I don't know if they did it for Liv. I didn't see, but Rhea Ripley had a new women's champion t-shirt on the screen at Fanatics 10 minutes after she won.
I can see that happening.
They do, yeah, Fanatics does that though. They'll have new shirts up for pre-order. All they do is mock up a graphic.
But they know the finish.
Oh, I'm sure.
And they start printing them. It's not like the Super Bowl where it's like, I've got Bengals champion shirts, I got Rams championship shirts, and then we're just gonna send these off to Rwanda because we don't need them, right?
Them Rwandans love them 4-time Buffalo Bills.
They do. They do.
Yeah, they love that.
But you get what I'm saying, and this is why I get heated over it, because it's like Liv is their probably bigger star than Rhea Ripley right now. And I'm not saying that they're not Ripley. She's their biggest heel star.
Yeah.
Why would you risk, like we just saw with Sol Ruca, why would you risk doing something stupid to clip her out?
At the end of the day, it's like, do you know how to work?
And who's calling the shots here? Are the talents going, we really want to do this? And the producers giving in and going, okay, if you want to do it, then how are you going to do it? And then they're just like letting them.
Brother, that is a whole new conversation, because you and I have dealt with this on the independent level, where we're producing something and we go to a female talent and we say, this is what you need to do. And what do they say to us?
They would like to do it this way because they think it'll be better. What? And then they go out there and it's rotten. And then they come back to us and they don't want to look at us. Well, because we're waiting to tell them, if you would have did it how we told you to, you wouldn't be sitting here in tears with mascara running down your face because your match was rotten.
Wow.
If you would have just went out there and played the cards that we basically laid out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're in the, because they wanted to do it their way.
Mine's pretty much saying like that's what you get for one.
Yeah, and I have no sympathy for these female talents. If they're listening to me right now, I don't care. I have zero sympathy for them.
None.
I only feel bad because it's a show that we're on, and it makes us look bad because we're wrestling on a show with a bunch of botches. Yeah. That's the only thing. I would get rid of them. I'd get different people.
Oh no,
because if you can't listen to basic producing, what are you going to do if you go to WWE and they tell you, I want you to go out there and give me 3 minutes and this is what you're doing, and they go, oh well, we really had 8 minutes planned.
They're gonna cry.
They will cry
because it's so emotionally manipulative to us, because it's the number one comeback for all of them, and they all know this. All of them know it. All of them do it. Well, I'm not really comfortable with that, so I'm going to set up a boundary. It's not that they're not comfortable with it. It's that they don't want to do it because it makes them look bad or they have to go under.
None of the girls want to put the other girl over.
Never.
What?
That's why when I see like these beefs between Charlotte and Nia, or Becky and Nia, or whoever, I'm always like, I guarantee that there's more going on. The only reason they're so lovey-dovey is because they're all making money.
Right.
Oh, no.
If they weren't all making money, they'd be cutting each other's throats so quick, Kev, that there'd be blood everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. On the indies, them women are like cats. And you know how cats are. They're territorial.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If there's another girl in the locker room, they are instantly a threat. And if they're over, they are a super duper threat. Ask Ben about it.
No, it's not. It's really simple. Like we talk about it on just in local in this territory. You look at somebody like Paris McQueen, and we've had her on the show. Does she need to be a better wrestler? Yeah, yes. She's greener than a pepper tree, but she cuts great promos. She does great character work. She's incredibly entertaining, and the audience really engages with her, whether they love her or hate her. And there's plenty of women out there, and I'm not even going to get in a little cat fight about it, that look at Paris and they are jealous because they don't have what she has naturally. But secondly, they feel entitled to what Paris has. And then thirdly, they're not willing to work at it.
And then the bell rings.
rings.
And that's where me and him can come in, because we can get these people to have a good match to where now they have the character, they have the crowd engagement, and now they have the ring work. And it's like the Holy Trinity. You know what I mean?
It's all got to come full circle.
They don't want to listen to the in ring. They want to do it their way.
And I'm not saying this to brag. I've created 3 female characters in the indies in the last 6 months, and the response to them has been overwhelmingly positive because they're all different than everybody else. Because everybody else, all the other women want to cosplay this little fantasy that they're a mentally ill demon or they're an Instagram model
or Harley Quinn.
Quinn. It's the same character over and over again, but they don't want to listen. And to, what Sarge and I say, like, hey, there's like 90 of you out. One of the girls that I created showed up to a show with, they were on the same show as Lucy B. Sweet. Kev, they showed up in the same outfit.
Come on. What?
The same outfit.
Wow.
I was like, are you 2 tagging tonight? Because you look great.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Could have fooled me.
So when it comes to like back to WrestleMania, like
it does tie into this match though.
But it ties into that because it's like, okay, Stephanie Vaquer is red hot. She ain't white hot, but she's red hot.
Red hot, yeah.
But what are we doing with her? And why isn't someone trying to rein in the fact that she put Roxy and she put Liv in concussion protocol? Liv looks like the Rock and Roll Express getting their face sandpapered.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get to the match and Stephanie's hitting her so hard that right now she's the golden goose. And that music video was perfect because either you loved it or it's totally cringe and you hate it.
Which is what you want.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Exactly.
It's like Britney Spears, Temu Britney Spears.
Right.
That's what you wanted.
And people are like, this is so bad it's good, and Liv's super hot, or I hate this.
And I want to see her, and I want to see her get her ass kicked.
Right. And then she does it at WrestleMania to a chorus of boos, and it was great. Like, but what if Liv said no? I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
There would have been a bunch of F-bombs going around.
You know Soul's going to end up taking the title from her.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And I personally, what baffles me, I know this is going to sound shallow.
Say it.
Raquel, she looks so good.
True.
She's so good looking. She's so good in the ring. Why?
I told you who's been mentoring her, right?
Abyss, right?
And Nash.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, because she does a lot of big sexy stuff.
He wanted to call her Big Sexy or Big Mommy Cool or something.
Yeah,
so he had some name like for Big Mommy Cool.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Abyss and Nash mentoring you as a big man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine
with that. You can't get better. You can't get much better than that.
I'll rock with it.
But why are we not pulling the trigger on that one?
Maybe they know they have that to go to once they blow up Judgment Day.
I guess, but she's not getting any younger.
I think Raquel's too nice too.
Yeah.
I've heard that she doesn't really politic. She doesn't really complain.
That's how it should. That's exactly the person who gets the belt.
And she's the one that could get away with it because she's bigger than all them other girls. She could walk in there and throw her hand down and be like, listen, I'm not jobbing anymore to any of these broads.
When they did the panoramic shot, like holding Liv with the belt, and Raquel is literally 25% bigger than Dom.
Yeah.
That is like, it prints money because it's not like she's, and I'm not knocking any, but please don't think, it's not like she's that Bailey girl, or it's not like she's Rhonda Singh, or it's not like she's Kong, who are all great wrestlers.
Oh, yeah.
She's that size and looks like a supermodel.
Pretty much.
Don't get it. Don't get it.
And she's different. They don't have any other like jacked Hispanic girls.
No.
They have small ones.
Right.
Like Lola Vice,
Stephanie
Roxanne,
Vaquer.
Stephanie. They don't have that
giant.
Giant.
They need to just team up and make it do what it do.
How much time we have left? Because I'm going to be controversial.
We got a few seconds. I
right. We're going to come back with I might do more week 1 next week, but I want to talk about 2 things. I want to talk about the Bianca segment, and I want to talk about the Hall of Fame. We'll be back.
Gem City Water. We're a local
Right here on 1410 ESPN Radio.
We are card subject to change. I'm Big Kev. He's been commemorating, and he is Sergeant Ledbetter. You know it's dinner time. Everybody's hungry. I know I'm a little hungry myself.
Are you? Popeyes tonight?
Maybe.
We
might see about it tonight.
I had mine earlier.
Do you have Popeyes?
No, I ain't had Popeyes. I had Chick-fil-A Southwest chicken.
Southwest chicken.
Chicken salad.
We're not plugging it. We're just telling the truth.
Yeah. Some of that good stuff right there. But we sponsored by one of all of our favorite spots, Ryan's.
Yeah.
Ryan's Family Steakhouse.
Ryan's Family
Good spot.
Steakhouse.
Yeah, but it's good.
We used to go to the one in Middletown. There was a good one in Middletown.
I would have loved to see Middletown in its.
Yeah, that was in its heyday.
Middletown.
Remember the one in Middletown? The
Yeah, I
Ryans?
remember. Yep.
People used to tell me how that mall used to be like the spot.
Yep.
Now, this is so long ago, but when I wrestled in Middletown, they had a Dunham's there. And Dunham's
came later when that mall was in its heyday. That'll tell you how better that mall was.
Dunham's is like the best sporting goods store because there's actual sporting goods there.
True story.
Like when I go to Dick's, it makes me insane but they're the only place around. They have 9 million Air Jordan caps and no tape. So like,
ain't that something?
Yeah, Dunham's, you could walk in and get 25
anything.
Different color tape and 2 different pair of Jordans
and knee pads and elbow pads.
Yeah.
Anything you need in a pinch. Like there's plenty of times that you're putting the elbow pad on, snaps. Oh man, now I gotta go get a new set.
What it was good at Ryan's? I don't remember exactly what I would get. I just remember it was good. I think they had good burgers, didn't they?
They had good burgers. They had good steak.
Pizza on the bar was okay.
Yeah, the pizza was good.
I remember that.
This is where I got started with macaroni and cheese and the ham chunks.
Oh, yeah. We've talked about that before.
That's where I got started.
Yeah.
So every time I go to a buffet, I'm always
working that over.
Hey, if you haven't done it yet, mac and cheese and kielbasa. That's the one. That's the one.
It's gonna be the move.
Can we roll to 755?
755.
All right, let's do it. We're gonna roll to 755. I want to get something like a controversial topic out of the way. We're gonna go right to Sarge is champing at the bit to talk about the main event between Randy and Cody. But first,
or do we want to save the main event till next week?
It's up to you. How much you got to talk about?
It's you're driving this bus.
All right,
buddy.
let's talk about it a little bit if we get into it. So 755, we want you to hang with us because we're switching right over to the NFL draft watch along. Bengals are out of the first round, but you still got the Browns, you got the Eagles, you got the Bills, you got the Lions. There's going to be some, even though the draft's underwhelming, the draft's always kind of exciting.
They take too long.
They cut it to 8 minutes now.
You know who you're going to take.
Yeah. You don't need 8 minutes.
You don't need 8 minutes. You need like 30 seconds.
It's true. That's true. But stick with us for the watch along. A lot of great football talk. It'll be Justin Kenner. It'll be Kev Nash.
Kevin Nash?
Dang.
Every
time I walk by him in the hall, I'm
hit
him with the two. All right. So it made me so sad, but happy, but sad to see Bianca Belair come out there pregnant. 2 reasons. One, she has what's called a geriatric. I thought she was 28. She's 38.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she's like having her own child. I think it's sweet. I think her and Montez have a great relationship. It seems like we've seen the end of her. You think it
might be the end?
She's been out for over a year already with the finger, and that spiral break sucks, and it takes forever to heal, and it takes forever to rehab. And now she's going to be out for another year. So now she's going to be trying, almost 40 years old, trying to come back to pro wrestling. I think we'll get her for a SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I think we'll get her on the Undertaker schedule.
I can see that.
But to me, Bianca should have been like up there with Charlotte.
But
there with Charlotte.
Do you think there might be another role for her in the company?
Yeah, she absolutely could be a mentor to the women.
Oh,
especially because they're hiring all these D1 stud women who don't know a lick about pro wrestling, but they look great in a swimsuit and they're athletic as all get out. I saw that Nebraska Cornhusker gymnast. I saw her promo picture. She's going to be a big deal if she catches on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The blonde chick with the metallic red stuff. What's her name?
Shoot.
I don't remember her name. She looked great in her NXT promo pictures. But point being is like, it's made me sad because I think we've seen the end of Bianca as being like the girl. Would you agree with that or disagree with that? Am I being hyperbolic? Because she'd be like getting back over age 40.
It'll be a stretch.
Yeah.
If she comes back. I mean, I'm not saying no, she's done or she's done anything like that, but I would say there's more that she can do outside of the ring.
I agree with you. I think
probably be commentator or something like that.
Keep the reality show going. It's good. For
I like
people
the
who like
reality
that.
show.
For
Yeah.
people who like that sort of thing. What do you think?
I think if she wanted to come back, she could, because she's dedicated to fitness. She got her pro card like 2 years ago as a bodybuilder. That's how dedicated she was about her fitness. I think she has the baby. I think she'll get herself right again to be able to wrestle.
Do you think she'll be the girl?
She will not want to be a full-time wrestler again.
I think you're right about that too.
Being a mom.
Yeah.
Same with Becky. It's the same situation. It's not a knock on them.
No.
I mean, I know how happy my wife was when she found out that we were having a son and what we went through, because we had to go through in vitro to do that. That's a whole nother thing we could talk about. But it was such this like thing, and it just like we were so happy that I understand she's 38. This is her last chance to have a baby.
Talking about Bianca or your wife?
No, Sarah. No, not Sarah. I'm talking about Bianca at 38.
Your wife kind of.
Sarah's just now that age.
Well, what do you think about her quitting wrestling? Do you think she should have stuck with it rather than have your son, or do you think that she should have had your son?
That was years before.
I'm just playing with
that was years.
I'm just being cold blooded.
That was years before.
Wow. That's the thing.
Bianca realizes her window to be a mom.
It's closing.
Trumps her window to be a wrestler. She's made her money in wrestling.
Yep.
Just think Montez could get pushed and buried about 10 more times between now and the time she comes back.
It's true. That's terrible. That's terrible, but it's true.
Well, so, same with Naomi too.
Same with Naomi. She's that age too.
How old is she?
I think she's 38.
Okay. So see, it all depends on dedication, on how much they want it. I think Bianca has a better chance of coming back looking good because of her dedication to fitness.
She will look good, but will we get the same Bianca that we?
Because she doesn't look that age at all.
She looks like she's in her mid-20s.
Yeah.
You know what they say? No, never mind.
No, but you have a good point there, because I know where you're going. Black don't crack, but like the thing with as great as she looks, most people think you and I are not the age that we are.
Right.
And they don't think we have the mileage. I know that if I broke my ankle again, had a high ankle, tore an ACL, I'm done.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I would be able to rehab. I'd come back maybe for one or two things to wrap it up.
That'd be it.
As of right now, I'm planning on just going as long as I can, but you'd be in the same boat. If you tore your ACL, you'd be like, I'm off a year and a half.
I just wouldn't want to come back.
Right. Because your body would heal. You'd start to feel good again.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like,
ooh, I have no pain.
Right.
That's what made me slow down from playing basketball, because my legs started feeling great.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why do I want to take that away? Like I have no ankle pain, no Achilles pain. Why do I want to go back to that?
Right. Exactly. So I don't know. All right. So we got the main event coming up next. We got about 10 minutes left. Is that enough time for you to lose your mind?
Yeah, I'm upset with the refereeing and the layout of the match.
I'm upset with this whole match.
Here's the whole thing, and I'll get right into it. So they're in a slug off. Okay.
At the beginning?
This is the final sequences of this match before the ref gets taken out. So we're talking, they're in a slug off. Right in front of the referee, Cody reaches up and pokes Orton in the eyes. Right in front of the referee.
I remember this.
And it was in front of the referee because he looked at him and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" Yeah, Michael Cole tried to cover it and say, well, Charles Robinson didn't see it. Well, how did he not see it? He's looking right at it.
There.
Then they did not change positions. Orton RKO's the referee. Why? The referee's in his ear. You can see it. Are you okay? Bang. Now, let's stop right there just to cover this. Why didn't he sell the eyes? First of all, why are you raking the eyes in front of the referee?
As the baby face.
As the baby face. That's a whole nother thing. take the eye rake and sell away and shift around a little bit. Now, when the referee comes over to follow you and ask if you're okay and he eats an RKO, you would think it's Cody. If you take an eye rake and you never move and the ref never moves, guess who's still standing next to you, Kev?
And then you got the ref saying, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Right then and there.
Guess who you just RKO'd? I don't care if your eyeballs are gouged out of your eyes.
Exactly.
You know it's the referee. And then
It was
Michael
very
Cole goes,
confusing.
well, he didn't know where the referee was, and he thought that was Cody. Yes, he thought 5'6" Charles Robinson was 6'4" Cody, and they had magically reversed roles, and Orton's feet never moved. He took the eye rake and bent down
At a 90-degree angle?
and then just RKO's the ref. That's stupid thing number one. Now, I'm grading this on a rougher scale because these are the top level wrestlers in the world. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. We can all
You could
agree.
argue that Randy Orton is the best to ever
professional
do it.
wrestlor.
Yeah,
If you were to do a
ever.
creator wrestler, Kev, on
Oh.
2K, and you just put in like, okay, I want my guy to be tall and jacked and tan and have a cool finisher, and guess what it spits out?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. So
Promo.
and Cody's on a top level now too. Let's just call it what it is.
He
Love him or
is.
hate him. So I'm grading this on a higher scale, Ben. I'm not bashing these guys. I'm not saying I'm better than these guys.
You are.
All I'm saying is,
You're at least better than
all
Cody.
I'm saying is that is wrong. If that was on an indie show with two regular jabrones, that is completely wrong.
That is a Les Thatcher hit the ring with a chair
Now,
error.
Kev,
Oh,
you've
yeah.
watched a lot of wrestling. Why would you not? I'm not even going to talk about that he's a babyface. Why would you not want to eye poke the opponent right in front of the referee?
Because that's a DQ.
Yes.
That's
You
straight
just put
DQ.
all the heat on the referee.
Exactly.
Now, if you manipulate that referee somehow and you get him spun around for just a brief second where he's looking over here and then he kind of gets disoriented and you pop him behind the ref's back, now it puts heat on you.
So here's what they should have done. Big eye rake. Orton sells it. Paintbrushes Charles Robinson. They both turn to their right, come right back together, and Orton hits them
Bang.
with the RKO.
But I'm going to add another layer to that.
All it would be 3
I'm
steps.
going to tie
and they're all
something in that
good.
they did
Okay.
later back to this. I'm going to continue on the
Please
stupidity.
go ahead.
Now the referee's down. The first thing that Orton tries to do is take advantage with the low blow, which is fine. He's the heel. Cody blocks it, gives it back to him. I'll give that a pass because that's a tit for tat. I don't like
But
it.
he's your white meat baby
I know.
face.
I'm giving it a pass only because he just did an eye rake.
That's
So
some Roman Reigns
I don't like it.
activity.
I don't like it, and I'm yelling. And I shouldn't be. My blood pressure's boiling.
Good.
So now here comes Pat McAfee. Now he comes out. He's a ref. Let's not even try to speculate why. Let's just take
He's
it.
just there.
Take it for
He's
the
got
fact.
the neck brace.
Right. 1, 2, kick out with no like any kind of drama. Orton gets mad and RKO's Pat McAfee. And Michael Cole says that goof just cost Randy Orton the heavyweight title. Why?
How did he do that?
He didn't do anything. He counted 1, 2, and Cody kicked out.
But the thing is, you could have did a fast count. If
Yes.
he was on
Yes.
his side, and
He should have tried to do a faster
1, 2,
count
3.
on purpose. And then Michael Cole could have sold it as he just tried to screw Cody.
But how is Pat McAfee a referee to begin with?
I know.
Nobody
So
knows.
I don't know. Now this is
what I thought they were doing. I want to segue real
Okay.
quick. Just real quick.
And I have one more.
I
thought,
thought it
but-
was going to be the Dusty finish.
That's what I thought.
RKO on Charles Robinson. Here comes Pat. Robinson comes to. Orton, you're DQ'd.
Yes.
Here's the belt to Cody, and then the beatdown of Cody ensues exactly like it happened.
Yeah,
After he won the match like a heel, anyways.
pretty
My
much.
blood's boiling now.
Here,
Go ahead.
this is my last thought on this and how I would have tied it. Again, I don't like to ever really change what they do. I like to take what they did and kind of reshuffle it.
Mhm.
That way it's more like, I'm not telling you what you did is wrong. I'm telling you how it could have been better.
Right.
Let's say that Charles Robinson does get paintbrushed and splatted down. Okay. Now there's Cody with the eye rake, which I don't like, but let's say you take what they wanted. He rakes Orton's eyes. Pat McAfee slides in the ring. Okay. Orton comes up disoriented And guess who eats the RKO because he's blind? McAfee.
Right.
Now you still check the box of McAfee getting RKO'd. Then he turns into the Crossroads 1, 2, 3. The original ref could then count the 1, 2, 3. Remember when Hebner used to wake up and do the
little slow count,
the deal,
the pancake
so
count.
now you check all the boxes. If they don't tie in why McAfee was ever with Orton to begin with, then now a referee, and then now he gets RKO'd for nothing. He didn't do anything wrong.
No.
1, 2, kick out. Oh, he just that goof. He said that goof.
That goof
just cost Orton the heavyweight title. How?
Like, what did he do?
He could have stayed in the back.
And he's not even a ref, though.
He's in a neck brace. He should have been in a wheelchair trying to roll the ring if they really want to sell it. Why did he beat him up before the bell rang? Why was Jelly Roll hanging out there like he's just waiting for the newspaper to get dropped off in the morning? He might as well have been in robe and a slippers.
Why did Jelly Roll second Cody to the ring?
I'm laying out on the rest of this. I'm done.
But that's the thing. Like,
that was
none of it made sense. And then going into the finish, Cody was working like a heel. And it was kind of like the Punk and Reigns thing the next night, which we'll get into. But it was literally like the same psychology. I'm going to take turn. I'm going to put heat on you like a heel. Now we're going to switch roles. Now we're going to go to some finishes. But Cody works like a heel. And then for Orton to kick him that hard.
Yeah, that was
on the punt.
He knew it right away. He
Damn
went
near
over
lost his
and,
eye.
did you see the video where he went over and checked on him after they went off the air?
I know he hasn't done that in a while, but he's hit Mae Young with that. He's hit Stephanie McMahon with that. He's hit Stacy Keibler with that. He knows how to do that.
They wasted a bullet because if you're going to have him do it for the first time in years, have him do it to win the match.
Right.
Yep. Pretty much.
Because that move is like a pile driver. It's still so over that if you would have won the match and then stretchered Cody out and kept him off TV for a minute.
And then now you do the vignettes where he's sitting at home and he's on his couch and his eyes shattered. And it's like
plenty other ways to do it, but they choose not to.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing that made no sense.
You got 30 seconds.
Okay. I hate in wrestling where wrestlers purposely do a move wrong so they can get countered. Cody came off with the walking Cody cutter to get RKO'd, and he purposely turned his body and fed for it. Opposite direction, which he would never hit that way
at all.
And guess what happened? They got hurt. Their heads collided. Trying to do something they shouldn't.
Click your heels 3 times and go back to wrestling school.
Man.
Stick with us, folks. NFL draft is up next. One of the most wonderful sports nights of the year. We love you. We'll be back next week for more complaining about WrestleMania. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week. Kev?
Peace.
It's hard to describe the delicious flavor of